topic of my talk is about the key component, of the tourism system. Newly per say that the tourism system consists of 5 components, including the tourists. The second one is about the TGR, the traveler generating region. So this is the place where the tourists come from. It is the first place where the journey begins and ends. The third component is a place is between the source of the origin and the destination that we call a transit route. It is the place that where the tourists, would stop in order to head into the destination. The fourth component of the tourism system is what we call a destination itself. So a destination is a place where the tourist's main visiting activity occur. And the last but not least is the tourism industry. So we see that the tourism industry, this means that it consists of a collection of the management organization in the business that they aim to provide the tourism services to the customer. So there are 5 components of the tourism system. Number 1, the tourists themselves. Number 2, the source of the origin, or what we call the traveler generating region. The third one that we call a transit route. The fourth one that we call a destination. And the last one that we call the tourism industry. Now, I can give you a very good example, like for example, a group of the French tourists, who wanted to visit Luang Prabang World Heritage Site. As we know that Luang Prabang is a World Heritage Site situated in the northern part of Laos, PDR. So unfortunately, there is no direct flight from Paris or France to Luang Prabang. So therefore, they needed to travel and to arrive in Bangkok. Because Bangkok serves as the gateway to the GMS, to the Greater Sub-Mekong region. When they arrived in Bangkok, can you imagine about when the tourists, stay overnight, just one night, what do they have to pay for? They have to eat, they have to drink, they have to shop, they have to travel. They need to buy souvenirs. So if they stay one more night, it means a lot. It means a lot for local economy because the tourists that can contribute, they can spend more money. So in this case, in this case, as you can see that, France, where the tourists came from, is considered as the source of the origin. Bangkok, it is the place where the tourists come and to take a connecting flight. This one we call a transit route. Laos or Luang Prabang in Laos PDR is considered as what? As a destination. Okay. So as we know that Thailand is one of the top 10 most visited holiday destinations in the world. But don't forget that Thailand has a very large, Thailand is also very important tourism market to many countries, namely what? Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, Taiwan, China, including South Korea. So therefore, Thailand can be a very, very important the source of the origin, a very important transit route, as well as a very, very important holiday destination. Okay, as we know that TGR, the traveler generating region, is the source of the origin. It is the place where the journey begins and ends. Importantly is that this is the first site, the first place where the trip begins, and it is the first place where marketing promotion conducted. It is the most important marketing activity that influences the people to travel. Instead of promoting our destination, it is very important to understand about what motivates the people to travel. No wonder why how come that we have the many tourism promotional offices. are located, in what? In the TGR. Majority of the source of the origin or the big city, they are the big city. Like for example, there are 5 overseas offices of the Tourism Authority of Thailand in China. Okay, there are 3 offices, in Japan, because Japan and China are considered as a very important tourism market to Thailand. No wonder why that we can say that, if for tourism planning, if we aim to attract the tourists, it is very important to have our office in what? In the city where the tourists come from, so that we can do market research, we can compile the information, we can analyze that, and then we can study about the travel behavior, the travel preference, because all of this information will be very, very important for tourism planning. The next one that we need to know about, when we're talking about the key component, we can see that many tourism sector in each component. Let's start with what? Let's start with the TGR, the source of the origin. As we can see that it is the first place where the trip begins. Here you can see that the office of the National Tourism Promotional Offices. For Thailand, Thailand is a very, very important holiday destination. That's why we do have the office of the Tourism Authority of Thailand, both in Thailand as well as what? Overseas market. In Thailand, we do have the provincial office of the Tourism Authority of Thailand that they aim to promote that marketing, as well as we also do have the overseas office of the Tourism Authority of Thailand, and each office that's also cover the area of their responsibility. So, what kind of business are situated in the source of origin? Number one, that we can see travel agency. We can see the tourism promotion office. We can see the airline company. So we can see one of the transportation agency. The second one is in transit route. In the transit route here, you can see that one of the transportation facility, including the building, the airport, for example, the accommodation, the catering venue, the meeting venue, are situated in what? In a transit route. And the last one, what kind of business sector are located in a destination. When the tourists arrive in the destination here, they need to do number one, they need to stay overnight. So that means that you can see the hotel, you can see the resort, you can see the hostel, you can see any type of the lodging property. Then they need to eat, they need to drink. Then you can see that, food and beverage. You can see the restaurant, you can see the food mall, and etc. They need to shop. This means that we do have a lot of souvenirs. They need to travel within. So here you can see that a series of the transportation, including what? Including the airline company, the railway services provider, the cruise line. So all about this one that you can see, all of the business sector in what? In the tourism system.